gaming industry, Vancouver, Washington, and some of the Bunda Shri, Puya Mango Jai, and Puya Kumbuyer, some Tiwa Indian. Dr. Sangye, Professor Tentong, thank you all for coming. My question that I would like to pose to all of you is in regards to policies in this upcoming election. I believe this upcoming election next year is an opportunity for either a great success for the Tibetan community or a massive failure. And if you look around this room, you'll see that most of the Tibetans here are from India, born and raised in India. A few of the older ones are born and raised in Tibet. And if you kind of look around at the diaspora, or in this room specifically, you'll see a lot of people have either worked for the Tibetan government or in the TCB or the education system or for the health system. So I can confidently say that people in this room know the system and they know how it works pretty well in India. And in regards to the system, I know that with the absence of a party system within our politics makes it hard to kind of get organized, get things off the ground. And I also know that with the internet expanding so much, for example, with the KalonTripa.org website, that for the first time we're really making stronger connections within the diaspora community that spread over the whole world, over cited to 6 million. And my question is, will you make use of this strong kind of link we have with the diaspora in terms of the internet? And my question is, with Tibetans amongst Tibetans in Lhasa, Tibetans in Tibet, the settlements in the south, and with more and more Tibetans going to the west, people really want to know specific policies that all of you are proposing if elected to the office of Kalon Tripa. And I believe that's a very, very important thing, because we could give this microphone to everyone in this room and I'm sure they'd have 20 or more questions for you. However, I believe that having some kind of forum for your thoughts, specifically for all of you in terms of education policy, health policy, foreign policy, international relations, would be very, very helpful. And also the good news is I believe that it wouldn't be a political suicide if one of you were to do it, because if one of you were to step up and do this, make a website or some kind of campaign foundation, or a platform, it would encourage everyone else running for Kalon Tripa to do the same. And I believe that more talk and more discussion and more debate about the issues facing the Tibetan diaspora are only a good thing that can help this community in the future. Thank you very much.
I agree with you completely. It's very important to use for Kalon Tripa or Tibetan government to use internet to reach out to people, as many people as possible, especially youth. So I have a Facebook, and if someone wants to be my personal friends, you are happy to join. Having said that, email is, as much as email is important, or internet is important, I think, my guess, 75 to 80% of Tibetans, I think, they don't use internet, from my experience. So for any candidate or potential candidate, it's important to travel to the settlements as well. So, from my side, at least I went to Dharamsala and all these major settlements and monasteries and schools in the south. And I hope to go to some more settlements so that you can have face-to-face interaction and try and understand people's mindset, their views, their complaints, their hopes and aspirations, so that you could interact with them and learn from them and pay respect to them. That's very important. So as much as I agree with you to use internet and Facebook, but I'd say that it's very important to have individual people's contact. And for that, I think any potential Kalon Tripa candidate, it's important, as we are here in Portland, Oregon, for others to travel to Tibetan settlements in India, Nepal, Bhutan if possible, and as well as to Europe and other parts of the world. So I think that's we have to change, because for His Holiness has given us, His democracy as a gift. For it to get consolidated and mature, we must engage in it to strengthen it, so that our movement will survive, become stronger, and sustain for a prolonged period of time. Thank you.
Next is Pudojila. I'm a man of optimism, and I don't have any negative idea that upcoming Kalon Tripa election will be failure. My conviction, my belief, and what I think is it will be a tremendous success. It is not a question of individual who will be Kalon Tripa, but it's the question of who will be the head of the exiled Tibetan administration under the dynamic leadership of His Holiness Dalai Lama. As I have mentioned before, right now, we have a dynamic leadership. Because of that reason, I think a young person like me, though I may not have that much experience when I compare with Mr. Tenzin Namgyel Tshedongla, but I'm very positive that I'll be very successful, because I will select a right person as a team of my work as a cabinet minister, and I want to work sincerely. Sincerity is my hope and my principle. And speaking about the technology and the internet, of course, no doubt, this is century of technology, century of internet, and century of dialogue. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your comments. I agree that this next elections are going to be very important, but I don't think it's a choice between success and massive failure. I think it's more of a choice between moderate success and maybe tremendous success. And I agree, it's not just about who is being elected Kalon Tripa or who is being elected in the next schedule. This is an exercise which we can show to the world that even though we are spread all over the world, we can function as a community and as a people. And more importantly, it will show the Chinese government that even though the Tibetans are outside their own country, they can exercise